Hey everyone, so this is my review of Arrow Season 5, Episode 12, called Bratva. And basically what this episode is about is a mission sends Team Arrow to Russia, where Oliver encounters an old friend. And this was a really interesting episode that was a little boring with its whole plot and stuff. But still, it was an okay episode on its own, but not really that great of an episode in the more interconnecting of this whole broad story that this season's about. And I did really like that Team Arrow sort of got out of Starling City and went on this whole adventure on their own. That was really kind of fun to have thrown into this. And the whole storyline of this episode was a little hard to follow because everyone seemed to be jumping around to different locations all over the place. And they just seemed really, really random, but somehow they must have been connected together. And it just didn't make that much sense because there were so many different people all over the place, like I said, that it just was so hard to follow what was supposed to be going on. It was a little weird how easily the Bratva seemed to let Oliver back into the group after what he did. Because, when this episode started and Oliver and the team first got to Russia, the Bratva seemed to hate him for what he did. But then Oliver went to the leader and sort of apologized, and then they seemed to be best friends again, and that just seemed really, really odd to me. Then all the moments with Deagle going around trying to catch the man who framed him were very interesting with how both the two main scenes sort of turned out. And I did really like that at the end the final decision was really up to Deagle and him choosing how he wanted this guy who wronged him to sort of turn out, and that was really cool that they did leave it up to Deagle and not make it Oliver telling Deagle what to do or something like that. It was Deagle's choice, and that I thought was a really cool and really great idea. I also really like that Ragman used his powers in this episode to sort of help stop an explosion and do a lot of stuff of what happened with him at Haven Rock to help these people in this area of Russia from not ending up like Haven Rock. And that was really cool, but it was also pretty sad because with him going and stopping this explosion like he did, he ended up ruining all the rags. And so now he kind of has to go and find some magical way to fix them. And hopefully he does, because I really like him as a character, so I really hope he comes back soon. Then the scene where Felicity had to go and get some information out of this one guy, because he knew the location of where this bomb was being sold or something like that. Again, it was one of the parts where it was really hard to follow why they were there. But it was really cool with her sort of interrogating this guy and using some of the information she got off of the UPS drive to be able to get this guy to talk. That I thought was really, really cool that she did actually use this USB drive in somewhat of a good way. Then all the moments with Lance in this episode were really cool with him going back and being back in the picture and retaking his position as the deputy mayor and going through all this process of regaining some of the position that he had before he went back and went to rehab. And all the moments between him and Renee were really cool with him going and practicing doing an interview with Renee, and all this stuff of some of their connected backstory was really cool with Renee sharing that sometime in the past Lance had actually helped save him and all that. That was really kind of a cool moment in there. Then them bringing back Susan and her whole quest to find out the truth about what happened to Oliver while he was on the island and all that stuff was nice that they did bring it back, but it was also a little annoying because it's been so long since they last talked about it that it seems like such a kind of stupid whole back subplot of Susan going and revealing the truth about Oliver. I think it's a plot that's kind of needed because I wanted to see what's going to happen when it's finally revealed, but it's also really annoying because it's just kind of randomly thrown in there, it feels. But it was really nice that she has gathered all this information and come to the conclusion that Oliver is the Green Arrow. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen now that that's going to be probably brought up to the public once again, that he's potentially the Arrow. So what's going to happen now that it's brought up for the third time that, oh, he's the Green Arrow and stuff like that? How's that all going to turn out? And just overall, this was a really interesting episode, but I really hope that the next episode will be better because this wasn't the greatest of episodes. But yeah, that was my review of Arrow, Season 5, Episode 12, called Bratva. So yeah, bye!